All right, guys. Welcome back to another episode of Limitless MD. I'm your host, Vikram Raya, and today we're going to talk about why working out is making you not hit your goals. What if you could reclaim hours of free time each week, create legacy building wealth, and devote more energy to your passion projects without giving up on your career as a life-saving MD? My name is Vikram Raya, functional cardiologist, high performance coach, and real estate expert. And I'm here to give you the tools, strategies, and solutions you need to transform your life so you can unlock your limitless potential and achieve greatness, all the while freeing up your precious time. Welcome to Limitless MD. Let's dive in. I know it's a weird episode title, but I want to get into something that I found is very, very interesting among us high performers out there. We sometimes use our morning routines as sort of a perverse form of procrastination. If we actually used a segment of our morning, getting up at least 60 minutes before anyone in our family gets up, our spouse, our children, etc., and use that for something called magic time or really like deep focus time or flow state time, that's going to exponentially, blow up your life. Think about it. If you improve 1% every day on one area of focus that's so important to you, you are going to crush it. And so I want to teach you the 90-91 principle. I want to teach you the concept of magic time. And I want to tell you how procrastinating on things such as your morning routine can potentially really be helpful. So let's get into it. So we've been taught, hey, you got to get up early, you got to meditate, you got to write in your journal, you got to go drink your green juice. And, I'm guilty of all of this as well. I do all this. I enjoy it. And it gets me into a more positive state. But if I'm able to do one thing before I do any of those things, and that is using my time to create a block, and I start with 15 minutes, and eventually I encourage you guys to get to the point of a 90-minute block. And if you do this for 90 days, I guarantee you, if you focus on one type of value add up leveling or extreme focus on something that's going to literally move the needle or shift your whole life into a different gear, you're going to blow it up. And it doesn't take 3 years, 5 years, 7 years, 10 years. This is how Peter Thiel says, the founder of PayPal. How do you convert your 10-year goals into 6-month goals? This is how you do it. This is the mechanics of it. So what does that look like? Well, let's say you normally get up at 6 a.m. Great. And that's when your whole family gets up and you do your routine, get your kids to school, go to work, the typical routine. Fine. But essentially you're waking up in time for everything. There's no pre-time. There's no me time. There's no contemplation time. So you want to wind back and wake up an hour earlier. And in that hour, we can start with something very simple. We can call it a 20-20-20 routine. So the first 20 minutes of your time should be on your number one task that's going to move your life forward. So of your 90-day goals, hopefully you've already set, figure out the one of those 90-day goals, which is really going to make the most dramatic improvement in your life, and devote the first 20 minutes of your day to that number one task. Then you can do a physical fitness routine for 20 minutes. And then finally a meditation, mindset, scheduling, journaling, whatever. You can choose another activity. So now you have your 20-20-20 routine, boom, and then you start your day. That would be very powerful. The people who you admire the most, the people who are like, man, they're just so productive. They're just so creating so much in such a little time. They do more in a week than most people do in a year, right? What do? What's their secret? Well, their secret is extreme focus. They don't do 80-20 life. They don't take 20% of their actions, get them 80% of the results. They do 199. 1% of the things they do get them 99% of the results. And they be very careful what they choose in that one thing. And when they do choose that one thing, they don't lose focus. They stay locked in. And so what is that? So let's say you want to make, you want to start a side hustle, but you don't have time. You're working as a hospitalist. You're working super busy. You know this side hustle. If you really launch it, and within 6 months to a year, you can back off on your shifts. You can take more vacations. You can, have a little more economic flexibility to do the things you want to do. You can start saving more. You can invest. So, but you don't know how to do this. So once you decide what that side hustle is, let's say you want to start a course to help, physicians do something, or let's say you have, a second thing as a consultant somewhere. But anyway, it requires some energy and time to develop that. Maybe you have to develop the marketing material, develop your education. You have to develop a website. You have to go learn something. You have to go through some kind of training, but you don't have the time. So first things first, you have to take care of your evening by going to sleep at a fixed time. And you want to have a reverse alarm, the time you need to go to sleep. That trigger, by mastering the night, you master the morning. Then in the morning, let's say you normally wake up at 6, now you're getting up at 5. Yes, it's painful. Yes, it's supposed to hurt. Yes, this is not what everyone does. Yes, your bed is warm and I'd rather stay in it. I get it. But if you want an uncommon life, you have to do uncommon things, right? If you do what everyone else in the world is doing, you get what everyone else in the world is happening. You stay on the left side of the quadrant, you stay as an employee or self-employed or a specialist. You don't move on the right side as a business owner or an investor. You continue to wear the golden handcuffs and you don't break free. So once you decide that, create that identity shift, create the momentum, learn habit formation, and implement this habit. Once you start that, then boom, you get up, do your morning routine, like in terms of your brush, use the restroom, whatever. But literally, boom, within 15 minutes, it's after you drink water, you're right down into your cave, wherever you do your work, and you're launching into your first 20-minute block. And you put a timer, and I don't want you to go over it. I want you to hit it. And once you hit that, boom, next is your physical routine. Maybe you're doing a Tabata workout. Maybe you're doing a quick HIIT workout. Maybe you have a quick 20-minute intensity, no breaks, weight training workout, whatever that is. And then finally, is it meditation? Is it visualization? Is it gratitude? Is it journaling? Is it scheduling your week? Whatever that is, another 20-minute block of self-development. And then, or you're reading a book of some sort that's really important for your mindset. And then you go back upstairs and take care of your kids, take care of your breakfast, take care of your day, and you do it. But this compounding of this strategy is huge. And number 2 is, don't treat weekdays and weekends as the same thing. If you get up even on the weekends at 5 a.m. and all that, you're going to be crushing it. Is that meaning that you have to be careful on going out too late, on drinking alcohol, on doing all that? Yes, because that's going to interfere with your mornings. But I want to enjoy. I want to have a life. I want to have free time. I get it. But there is a way. If you want to make this a non-negotiable, then you have to pay the price. And if you're not willing to pay the price, then it's okay. Accept a lesser rate of improvement, but the way I see it is, pay the price now, so you can pay any price for anything you want in life later. So this is the key. And if you want to take this to the next level, I've talked to you about 20-20-20. The next level is 90-91. That's literally the first 90 minutes for the next 90 days, focused on your one thing that's really going to crush your life and get you to that next level. That's taking it to the next level. Now, you don't need to start with the 90, but that's a good way to build up to it. All right, my friends, these are the tactics, these are the tips, these are the strategies that the high performers in the world use. And I want you to employ them. Leave some comments below. Tell me how everything's working. Reach out to me if you need any support. And please give us some more reviews on our podcast channel. We're growing by leaps and bounds. And all the support, all the love, all the encouragement you guys are doing is what is making me want to do more and more of this kind of stuff. So I appreciate you all, and until next time, guys, be phenomenal. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of Limitless MD. If you found value from this episode, I encourage you to share this episode with a friend and let me know by leaving a review.
For more information, make sure you check out the links in the show notes below or simply visit vikramraya.com. So until next time, my friends, be phenomenal.